Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Land of Beer. Here we're going to continue our striving and thriving gnome economy. We're going to work on building an alarm bell and start our metal industry today so we can have our gnomes be alert and on top of things. We're also going to watch out for our next goblin attack, which should be any day now. We've had 2 this summer already, and only one of them's actually gotten through to us, thanks to a overzealous bear and his protection of our kingdom. So we're hoping that maybe we'll get lucky and have another one attack, and a bear will take care of it for us. Or we've got our gnome squads down here training every day, so they can be ready for that attack. So let's get started here. See what we can get done. So one of the first things that like I said, we wanted to do this time is we wanted to set up a metal industry. And we already have a furnace for making some coal, but what we're going to need is we're going to need a forge. It melts that raw ore into bars. So for this forge, we're going to need a mold, a hearth, and some bellows. So we're going to kind of set that up over here for now. And one of the other things we're going to need to build here in our metal industry is we're going to need to build a blacksmith that takes those metal bars that we're making and turns them into something. So we'll need an anvil, a hearth, and some bellows. So that'll work out pretty good. We're just going to craft 2 of some of that stuff here. So we're going to come over here and scroll down the list here. We got some bellows here. We're going to make some pine bellows. There we go. There's 2 of them. And over here in our stonemason, we've got hearths there. We're going to make 2 of those. 1, 2. We're probably just going to craft an extra furnace to have it on hand. And I think we're going to need a couple molds later. So we're just going to go ahead and get those queued up. Somebody will take care of that for us. So that should be good for now. I know we're going to need some bellows later, but I don't want to craft too much of them right now. And so somebody's having a problem finding a path, and I'm not sure where. I think it's this one square right here that everyone seems to have problems replacing. I'm not sure why. So let's try to do it again. Sometimes the gnomes just have problems doing things. I'm not sure what happens to them. They just can't function. So we'll see what happens. Nobody's showing up yet. It's like they're lost. So the task is still there. Oh, somebody's coming to do it now, maybe. There she goes. Oh, no. I don't know why they can't do that one. So let's go ahead and cancel that one. That'll be fine for now. I'll end up digging that hole out and replacing it and doing some work on it. I'm not sure why they're having problems with it, but you can see several times where they've tried to do it and dropped the stuff on the ground. So somebody just go pick up those raw materials there and we'll head back to town. Alright, so they're building our forge here. So that'll be good to get us started. Oh, that's not good right there. But luckily we have enough squads here that hopefully we can take care of that. So we got Milo here. He's our vanguard. He's going to be the first one to go after these guys. Hopefully followed closely by... Oh! Oh! Everyone just stopped attacking. Come on, guys. Milo's out here all alone. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's doing alright, except he can no longer walk. He's doing alright. I just don't want him to die. Look at him go. Come on. Yeah. So look at Milo just kind of limping his way back to town. Let's see what kind of battle scars he got off this one. Seriously injured his eye, injured upper body, lower body, right leg, left foot. Wow. Like, his whole body is just hurt. Why didn't they just say that? He's just seriously injured. Apparently he can no longer walk, so he's just crawling his butt across the ground. Like, no one can help him, apparently. They all just go back. He's fine. Just walk it off, right? So, hopefully he'll be able to hit some bandages here, heal himself up. Someone will probably have to help him take care of that eye in just a little bit. So he'll probably be headed to the hospital, I'm sure. We'll go ahead and butcher these corpses up, get some more meat. In our kitchen, we're going to go ahead and take this sausage here. And just set that on repeat. So we're just going to craft sausages on repeat. So any meat will be turned into a sausage, because that's the only use for it. So there's Milo going to the hospital. Took his place in the hospital room, and somebody's going to run and grab him a bandage, hopefully, and get him all brought back to full health. Let's take a look at him over here in the hospital. He healed himself up from all the rest of his injuries, but his left eye is still wounded. And here goes our bandage. Uh-oh, we got a bear coming. That's not going to be fun. This guy over here, see that bear and run the other way. So they just kind of do this little dance here. The bear runs one direction, he runs the other. Hopefully they don't, cross paths in the night, because that bear will win every time. Every time. Now, once you get your gnomes trained up a lot, you can easily take on a bear, but it's a while before you can do that. Don't do that anytime soon. Trust me, you do not want to experience that. So let's see here. Our butcher's still waiting to carve up these corpses. It's not suspended, right? Nope. All right, good. So she may be asleep. Looks like our rancher's asleep. So that's why we're not seeing those butchered up. Eventually, I'd like to have a cook. We'll have a cook that handles butchering and cooking matters. Turning meat into sausage and making bread and things like that. That'll be nice to have. So we got a whole bunch more grains up here too. You can see all the grain and wheat that's come from up here from this new farm. Nobody's come out here to forage this kind of stuff, but both of our farmers are pretty busy right now with their cooking and their brewing. So it may be a little while before we see somebody come out there. That's not, So this problem of multitasking too much. You got your guys doing everything. They tend to fall behind on everything else. Looks like our forge is done here, so that's good. Let's go ahead and craft. We need 8 bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll craft us an anvil. That anvil is needed for our other blacksmith over here, and we're going to need several anvils actually, but for right now we're just going to craft 1. But we're also going to need some coal, so we're going to burn some more orange logs off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll be our 8 bars, and we're probably going to need let's go ahead and make 10, and let's go ahead and make 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we're going to make 20 pieces of coal here. That'll get us a couple extra torches, I hope. Our rancher's still asleep, who is the only one that's been smelting. She's got a busy night ahead of her. Or day, whenever she decides to wake up and join the real world again. Once we get some real beds and stuff like that for these people, it'll make a big difference. Let's see. Kingdom. If I send a merchant, is there anything... I could send somebody out there, but all we're going to get is emus, which is not what we want. So we might have to wait a season for him to reset and get something different. Or maybe the next time our merchant comes around, he'll have some alpacas in him. So these straw beds will just last us for another probably 6 to 8 days is what'll happen before that merchant comes back, if we're lucky. So we got enough going on, and it's lasted for him for a while, so it'll probably be okay. So here she comes, grabbing corpses and going to start butchering them up. That'll get us some meat. We've got whoever this is. Oh, the gnome merchant. Okay. He decided to sleep in the bed there. In the hospital. For whatever reason. I mean, I guess a bed's a bed. Even if it does smell like disinfectant and clean stuff. So we're still making stuff here. Still waiting to get this knocked out so we can do something with it. Making progress slowly. As soon as our rancher finishes butchering all this stuff, which he's just got a couple corpses left here, then hopefully she'll work on probably getting this coal ready for us, and then getting this stuff over here in this forge ready for us. Since we don't really have anyone else who can handle that, maybe a couple miners might be able to do that, but I'm not sure. I hadn't looked. We might be able to add that to the miner profession here. Let's go ahead and metal. Let's add smelting to the profession. We'll see what happens. Since they're not really doing anything other than just knocking these hills down right now, when they're done with that, they'll probably end up taking just a short break from terraforming. Make sure we get some more stuff done. Although I do want to get this this bridge extended and fortify our position just a little bit more. Would be nice. Our kingdom value is still pretty low. You can see it's 4,000. But that's because all we have in our Great Hall is just this replacement floor. You know, we don't have a whole lot of kingdom value in what we own right now. And most of that's just because I want to keep our assault small until we get a good base built up. We get some good defensive structures ready to go. And it gives us a couple extra seasons if we don't build up too quick for our gnomes to train and get ready for that big assault. Which will happen almost any day now. You know, you get a big assault, you could get... We were looking at 5 goblins on that last one, and a couple worn axes and stuff came out of there. We could see an assault with fully armor-clad goblins, and I don't think we're quite ready for those guys yet. It'd take us a few seasons before we're ready for that. Let's get through our first winter, and then we'll see where we can go from there. Our first winter will probably be a lot of construction projects, which is odd because you don't really do that in the winter. But for us, for these gnomes, that'll probably be what's going to happen. One of the mods that, before they added mod support, was called Seasons. It was a really cool mod that for Gnomoria that added, changed the tile sets. So changed all the graphics and everything for whatever season you're in. So when you hit fall and winter, like fall, all the leaves changed on the trees and everything like that. The grass changed color just a little bit. And then when you hit winter, it was white, you know, just snow. And none of the trees had leaves, so it was basically just bare sticks out of there. And except for the pine trees, of course. They just kind of had like a snow covering to them. But that's one mod I'm really hoping I see progress further into Gnomoria, because it was just a really cool addition to the game. You know, right now you can see it's summer, and for this point it really doesn't matter. There's not a whole lot of difference between spring and summer. But, you know, when you hit winter, it's going to look the exact same as it does right now. You're not going to see any difference between now and winter. So it just made it seem like the seasons actually changed, and like it actually held... it actually made it important in the game. So it was just a really cool change, and I'm hoping we see that kind of mod progress through Gnomoria. I'm not sure if that creator is still playing or if he's still making mods, but I really, really hope to see that come up later in the future. And see, this one emu went all the way over here to grab some seeds, and this one's going to do the same thing, getting a little hungry. Needs a little nom nom. So they're going to get some seeds. We're getting some copper bars crafted here. Our miner's making coal, and our other ones, our rancher's getting us some bars smelted, so that's good to see. We still got bread being crafted. We still got beer being made. We have an abundance of food right now, so we can probably cancel this forage job over here, which is good because nobody was doing it anyways. So we got a honey badger running around. Say what, the wildlife in the beginning of the game can be more brutal than anything else you'll ever run into. Those honey badgers, those bears, those lizards, they will just tear you up. So you really got to watch out for them. But once you get a season or two under your belt, you get a good squad of soldiers going. They can still do some damage if you're not careful, but you could make it through. You know, it's not going to tear you up too bad. So we're really going to need to work on, let's, man, I hate to do too much again. See how well they liked that the last time. Let's go ahead and, just go ahead and cut all these trees down here. Just go ahead and clear this whole area out. This is going to be for our blacksmith area, our metal smithing. I'm also going to clear out this other section of apple trees for our, basically I'm going to build like a ranch house for farming, our ranchers, any kind of animal handlers, that kind of stuff. So they've got a place to sleep. I'm going to start trying to get these rooms out of the way and maybe decorate them just a little bit so they can need a little bit less sleep, you know, in the long run. It'll help us out. I don't need these 2 apple trees up here knocked down. They're going to be just fine where they're at. So we're going to watch them cut these trees down, these woodcutters. Our carpenter's doing that because we don't really have a lot of carpenter jobs going on. I think I canceled the crate, the one crate we needed. I'm going to add that back again. So somebody will come over and take care of that crate. Of course, we already have the barrel sitting there, so that's not a big deal. Looks like we've got enough torches, so that's not going to be a problem. We've got some wheelbarrows, we got some buckets lying around. We got a lizard that's coming up. Not a problem, though. And now we find the honey badger. That's only because we got out that way. You know, once we get towards that direction, we can see the honey badger on the ridge, and they start to run away from it. But it's okay. The honey badger can't get to us. You good, guys? I mean, unless it can swim, and I haven't seen any evidence of that yet. So, I hope not to. When I see a honey badger swimming at me, I'm going to run the other way. It's not someone you want to face in a dark alley either, you know? Let's see what we got here. Alright, so we're still waiting for them to forge this out, but our guys are pretty busy still. I'm hoping that clears up here pretty soon. So, see, they're slowly knocking these trees down. We're going to clear this out, got some more foraging we're going to have to do over here in the corner. But like I said, our farmers are still a little busy here. Probably going to need to clear up some bandages here pretty soon. But we've got enough to... Well, we're still good on drinks, but let's go ahead and... we're going to suspend this kitchen for now. That way we can forage this stuff out. Nope, we still got to take care of our farming while we're at it. So you watch them run back and then run back. So we're getting close to the end of summer. We're on our 10th day. Actually, we're going to be on our 11th day here pretty soon. As the 10th day slowly comes to an end. So we're working over here. Let's do some work here. So we're going to end up building a terrain replace floor with some... Where is it? There it is. Raw basalt. I like that. It looks like a road texture. It gives me an asphalt feel to it. So like that. We're going to have a little road like that, and it's going to be stretched out through here. And our town square is going to be over here. And it won't be too fancy. You know, just be a couple merchant stalls and a path all the way to our Great Hall. But over here, we're going to work on getting our ranch hut built. That's what I'm looking for right now. So let me think here. So we're going to go... let's go ahead and cancel this job because I don't want them to worry about that. That's already too much to deal with for them. I'm going to build terrain wall and build a dirt wall. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's 5. All right, so that's taken care of. And then I want 1, 2, 3. So I want somewhere around in here. And that's where I want that building to start. Somewhere in that area. And so, let's go all the way back to here. And line it up here. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Then we're going to make a 4x4 room for these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And then a back wall here. Yep. Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Alright, so there's 2 rooms there. So we'll end up canceling this little thing right here. Yep, there we go. And we're just going to keep building a little bit here. 2, 3, 4. And we're going to keep working on it. Keep these guys busy. Probably too busy, but... So let's really start building rooms here, and we're going to designate these rooms for our ranchers, our farmers, stuff like that. Get them some personal quarters built in here. We might end up building some cotton beds to start with, just to get us going, since we don't have any alpacas. Let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. I know we checked it a bit ago. if we go to Sid Merchant, we go all the way bottom, we still have emus. So it's not going to help us yet. We do have 6,000 pieces of dirt, though. So our prospector, once we get him up and going, our prospector shop over here. Once we get that prospector shop checking for dirt, we should get a lot of metal slivers. That's for sure. It's not guaranteed. I don't think it's guaranteed that you're going to get a sliver out of every piece of dirt. But it seems like it happens quite a bit. Let's go ahead and do terrain wall. We have quite a bit of clay, too. And clay makes pottery, which you can sell objects, like pottery objects. That's about the only use I've really seen for... Oh, wow, that honey badger. Get away. Oh, crap. No. That's not going to be good. Gab Nation, are you even in the squad right now? Because you need to run away. I don't want you, like, doing anything. Yep, you're in a squad. You're in a town militia squad, and you're not running away. Well, honey badger, you're going to meet the muddy hogs of Orb and the grubby cinders, because if I can't get Gab Nation out of there, we're going to have to just fight you to the death. And my miner probably is going to be dead before you are. Hopefully a couple of my monks don't pass away. Okay, the honey badger's dead. Good. Let's see what we got here. Somebody looks either tired or wounded. She's hungry. She's in good health, so that's good. Make sure nobody's running back to the hospital here. Nope, they're just running to terraform, so that's good. Doesn't look like we have too many injuries to take care of. Went and grabbed a pick and came back out for us, so that's good. He's not too bad off then. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and let's butcher that corpse. Yeah, let's go ahead and take care of that. And so we've got a couple build projects going on. Looks like they're trimming down a lot of trees for us, so that's good. Let's go ahead and finish this first level of this ranch building here. Go all the way down and all the way across. There we go. And there we go. Alrighty. So they're going to start working on the building. So we're going to have 2 buildings ready to go. And our training's progressing slow, but that's because everyone's asleep. You know, go figure. Looks like we got our farmers to finally take care of this stuff too. So we can finish building our hospital walls. That'll be a good start. There we go. And let's designate hospital. I wonder, can I stretch this hospital? Oh, we haven't designated it over there yet. All right. Guard area. And there we go. Designate hospital. There we go. Look at that. All right. There's 8 rooms in our hospital now. Remove that guard area. So you see that lights up both sides. That's perfect. We'll put some doors on our hospital eventually. And we'll really spruce it up. We'll go all out for our patients and their straw beds. Eventually what we'll probably do is have some stocks of bandages right here in the doorway. We're going to keep some bandages over here. So the 64 bandages will probably be increased to, 128 or 256 later on. But for right now, I don't need somebody sitting there crafting that many bandages. We're probably going to unsuspend this for now. Unsuspend that for now. Move that back up to 3 because that's where it needs to be. I'm waiting to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like we get 6 copper bars right now. So he's still working on getting us an anvil here so we can get this blacksmith up and going and get an alarm bell. So that'll take just a few minutes. One thing we're going to do, we're going to dig stairs down. Like that. And I want to build terrain stairs up. I'm going to build some dirt stairs up here. Like that. And we're going to build a second floor to this here pretty soon. And we're going to put some sleeping quarters above here. So So that'll take care of some of that stuff, get us some more sleeping areas. As our gnomes still keep working. Our terraforming project's going pretty good. We got some blood over here. Whose is it? Can't see. We got some blood running over there, so that'll be, you know, from that last fight we got. Looks like we got a nice little blood trail, so it must have been... Oh, that's the honey badger blood. And there's Gabnation's blood. I call them Gabnations, but it's Gabnin, but Gabnations. Just a lot quicker and easier to say. Alright, so they mined our stairs down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make an underground storage underneath the hospital. We'll probably store some cloth and stuff like that under there, just extra stuff. Just whatever else we have on hand here. We'll go ahead and just mine that whole thing empty, and we'll build some walls there as we need them, if we need them. We'll go ahead and designate a personal quarters here. And that'll be for one of our farmers. And here. And that'll be for our other farmer. And here. That'll be for our rancher. And we'll build some beds in this area here. There we go. So somebody will build those beds there for them, and we can get rid of their beds over here. Clear that all up. Let's go ahead and forge this stuff out here. I'll take care of that. Then we need to take care of some more foraging down here. And we're going to need to forge some more stuff over here. Seems like foraging was the one thing we didn't do because it was just a pain in the butt for us. Let's go ahead and forge all of that out. Clear all that out of there. All right. So we still got this farm up here. We're gonna work on getting some farm down here. It's gonna be quite a big wheat farm coming down here. I'm gonna basically take like all of this section over here over. That's the plan, anyways. I'm gonna put my pastures back here. We got our stuff here, and mined that whole room out for us, so that'll be good. So our stuff is slowly progressing here. We're getting further and further along. We've got our cloth industry set up. We're going to move that upstairs here after a little bit. That way our bandages are right on top of the hospital. We've got our ranch hut set up here, and we'll have a couple floors of rooms there so that people can sleep. Specifically our ranchers and farmers can sleep. We might have our cook and brewer sleeping in there too. I'm not sure where we're going to put those workshops yet. We might store those in our grand hall or somewhere off that, you know, because that's where the main food will be taken care of. We kept working on this. We're going to do some more terraforming and stuff, but several other projects that need to get done first. So we did get our blacksmith built, so that's pretty good. We're going to get an alarm bell here. Copper and plank. That'll be probably the last thing we queue up here today. And let's go ahead and get 2 more bronze bars, 1 and 2. So as soon as they get those made for us, we'll have an alarm bell. We'll go ahead and build an alarm bell. So as soon as it's built, they're going to place it. And we'll just put it over here for now. Put it kind of right in the middle of everything, so somebody will ring that alarm bell and everyone knows, hey, get the heck back. So here he comes, getting ready to grab some ore and melt us some copper bars. So they're still doing some collecting work here. We'll go ahead and set our tailor up to make us some bags while we're at it. We'll make some cotton bags here. Let's go ahead and make the same thing. We'll make a crafting 1. We're going to build storage bag. Go ahead and set up 4 bags to be built there so that it'll fill that storage up with bags. We'll have a lot more room there. As soon as we come back, we should have an alarm bell built here. We should get some more bags and storage built for our cotton. And start working on our upper levels and getting the rest of our hospital and our farmers' quarters set. We're going to move our farms around. So we'll see you again on the next episode. Thanks, guys.